Democracy 2020, now in the pandemic, and the state's response to it was a primary focus of the first debate between the candidates for governor last night. And we are getting some insight from our political insiders, conservative commentator Abdul Hakim Shabazz and Democrat Jamar Cobb-Denard. We asked how the Libertarian candidate is influencing the race, and also whether the governor would be part of the vice president's planned rally in Fort Wayne tomorrow.
Biggest impact that rainwater will have on this race is really giving Dr. Myers a shot to win the governor's seat and also take a chunk out of Holcomb's lead. So this is actually one of the first Libertarian candidates as a shot to really make a statistical influence and difference in this race. His policy positions and how he would actually get what he wants to get done are a little weak, but the fact that he's here, the fact that he has a different message, and that he's a credible candidate go a long way to really influencing this race.
I do think Don Rainwater does appeal to those ideological conservatives, the people who are mad at the mask mandate, in addition to your traditional libertarians. I don't think he can win, however, because they just don't have the organization or the money to do it. But I do think he will make a little bit of a difference, maybe pulling some of that vote from Eric Holcomb. But I think Eric Holcomb still wins. I do think it's interesting that less than 2 weeks before an election, Mike Pence is home and he's rallying in Indiana, a state that should surely be in the corner for Donald Trump. But maybe that tells you that maybe they've seen some polling that the rest of us haven't. Now, in the last Survey USA Today poll, or your Survey USA poll, the Donald Trump was under 50%, which in a place like Indiana, which he won by like 20-something points, isn't necessarily a good thing. But I'm assuming that what Mike Pence is trying to do is bring those, those northern Indiana, southern Michigan, and northwestern Ohio folks, into Fort Wayne for a rally to really beef up that early voting where Democrats are leading Republicans right now.
The other things, if I was on Holcomb's team, that I would think about, number one, there is still some great name recognition and popularity with Mike Pence in the state of Indiana. There are concerns with appearing to be to not have integrity with the mask mandate going into an event filled with people that don't have masks on. There's like a COVID-19 cloud above wherever the event's going to be held. But finally, the Trump campaign and the rhetoric that's come out of it over the past few weeks, and then also this last year from federal leadership, executive federal leadership, can be seen as toxic to the Holcomb campaign. And Holcomb and some others in the Republican Party haven't necessarily ridden on Trump's coattails in this election because they want to stay clean and free from the mess that's going on in Washington.
A reminder now, if you missed last night's debate among the candidates for governor, you can watch it right now at our website, WRTV.com/election2020.